So today we are here to make a classic cocktail, which is a New York sour. I am here as Thorn Princess Bunny because it is Easter weekend. I thought this would be kind of a fun little twist. Plus I have this bodysuit and I thought it just, fit her a lot. So let's go. So for this, you need a bourbon or rye whiskey. I prefer bourbon, so we're gonna go with that. You can do it really with any other brown whiskey if you really want to. I'm gonna go with bourbon. I have Birddog here, 7 years, because it was actually on sale and it was cheaper than the regular because it was on sale and they had a little coupon. So deals upon deals, guys. And then you also will need a red wine. We'll see when we're finished. I also have here the cutest little cup. It's a little dirty because I have fingerprints and everything, but it is a cute little Yor and Loid cocktail, and that is why I chose this New York sour, because the contrasting colors kind of give me the feel of Yor and Loid, with him having the blonde hair and her constantly drinking wine and getting drunk. So that's how it worked. Okay, so let's get this going. Okay, so because of this being a smaller cup, I'm only gonna do an ounce of bourbon. I'm just doing this for the video and for this cute little cup. You could serve this in, and I will be doing later for myself, in a rocks glass or in a coupe. Either work for this type of cocktail, but I'm going to be doing it in our cute little Yor and Loid cup, because who doesn't want a cute little cocktail in a cute little glass? Okay, so we're gonna go with an ounce of bourbon. So now you could use a jigger. I am a bartender and I have been bartending for about 4 years now, so that's where kind of my knowledge goes. So this would be your ounce right here, and then this is 2 ounces. So typically, if you're just going off a count, my counts are different than other people's counts. Typically, my count is a 4 count for an ounce. So yeah, then we're gonna add in some lemon juice. I just literally freshly squeezed this maybe 20 minutes ago. So it's not really super fresh, but it's fresh enough. So we're just gonna do, or it's just gonna not pour. That is cool. Okay. Okay. Cooperate. Okay. We're gonna go with that amount of stuff. And then you need simple syrup because it needs to have a little bit of a sweetness to this, because a sour does need a little bit of sweetness. Would probably want about a ½ ounce for a typical cocktail, so that was maybe a quarter, maybe. And then I am actually going to throw in what is called bar sugar. You can also use fee foam, or you can use an egg white if you truly want to have that nice foam. This is going to give us the foam for us today, and I absolutely love this product because fee foam goes really, really quickly because of the size of the bottle that you get it in. And egg white, you have to crack an egg open every single time, and then what do you do with the yolk? And eggs are fucking expensive right now. So no, I will take my bar sugar. Now, I'm not sure if this is vegetarian or vegan or anything, but I know that the fee foam is at least vegetarian. Don't quote me on if it's vegan, but it could possibly be because there is no egg in it, but everything like that. So I'm gonna just throw in some of that powder. Okay. Now typically with this, to get a little bit more foam, you want to do a dry shake. So that is no ice in here and you're just shaking it up. So you get nice foam in there. You'll see some bartenders will use a spring. They'll throw that in there and that'll get a nice foam. Or they'll use like the frother that you'll use to get a nice froth in coffee. Okay. That gave us a little bit of a nice foam. So now I'm going to throw in some ice that I have here. I have a little thingy to pick up ice. We don't need to use our fingers. And actually it's fun because some of my ice cubes are shaped like the Joker. And like there's Harley Quinn. There's another Harley Quinn. And then I have I have little skulls in here too. There's a skull. I just kind of used any ice cube tray I could find today to make ice. So that I had ice for this. Okay. And now again, You want to get that nice snap because you want to get that to seal, because if not, I and everyone else who's around you is going to be soaked. Now you could use a different shaker. Okay. Are you not gonna open? Okay, that's what I need to hear. You need to hear that little crack, and that's when it kind of is gonna release for you. So we're gonna pour this. I have a little strainer here. You could also just use this to strain it, just put it together. That's usually what I do at work instead of using a strainer. And we're gonna pour this right over that. Now my ice cube is a little too big for the glass, so I might have to sit here and play around with it. Or we're just gonna have actual problems of the ice. Oop, there we go. Okay, it like sealed the, it like sealed the liquid from going any further. So we're gonna leave it at that. I still have a little bit of liquid in here, but that's okay, because we need to get a nice float on here. So with this, I'm gonna move everything out of my way, just because it's a little more difficult for me to work at a table that's this low. Preferably, I'd want to work at something that's more closer to my like hip level. This is a little bit too low for my working standards. But my kitchen counter, which is technically the perfect level for me, is ugly. So we're doing it here on where I can put a cute little tablecloth. I can't speak. Okay, so for this, you're going to need, actually I can get a little bit more. Because you don't need too much red wine for this. Now you're gonna do a float. So typically you use a bar spoon, and you're gonna take the wine, and I'm actually going to bring you guys in a little bit so you can see this. Okay, so now that you're kind of down here more, we're gonna take our bar spoon, we're gonna lay it just in here, ever so slightly. And I'm hoping that this works with me, because sometimes I struggle getting these floats to go. And that is, okay, so the ice cube decided that it was gonna push a little bit stuff down and not really work the float too well, but you still get that nice clear separation in the cocktail, which I love. Okay, so now that I have gotten some cute little photos of this cocktail, and I love the separation. The separation of the colors just, it's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm so happy. And it's not like I haven't made this before, but it just makes me happy that it worked. So let's get this taste test. I'm a dry wine drinker. This is a dry wine. I'm a bourbon drinker. This is a bourbon. This is a cocktail that's definitely up my alley. You can experiment. Experimenting is great. Do it. Cheers. I think that was all just wine. There's no more wine in the glass. Well, the wine's really good. It's a malbec, which I'm actually surprised that I like a malbec. I mean, I like dry. The malbec I've had before has just been kind of like, you know, it's just, but this one's actually pretty decent. And it was cheap. It was like $9.99. So. Now that we've got to the bourbon, that is really good. That is superb. So, if you make this, leave a comment. If you like this, leave a like, comment, share it, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully we can do more of this because it's a lot of fun and I really enjoy this. So, thank you so much for being here.